combination from the shot on Gary.
Today we're here to break down UFC 303, and I'm your host Alex. I have my co-host
Chachi.
So we're here to give our thoughts and our predictions to these fights. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back, man. How you doing? Good to see you, bro.
I feel like it's been forever.
I know it's only been a week, but it always feels like forever.
I know.
It was a quick turnaround. Last fight night.
Yeah, fight night
was a pretty good one, honestly. Quick little recap. We have a tie, so Chachi retains the belt this week until this weekend, of course, where I will hopefully be taking it. But yeah, so we had Whitaker winning. He won in the first round, impressively.
Yes.
I told him in that weight cut, Ikram, I don't think he was at his best, but Whitaker, I heard he was sick too before that.
Really?
Or he had an injury where he had to get hospitalized.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So, I mean, man, him getting away with a KO, impressive win. He might get that Strickland fight like we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, he literally had no damage.
Yeah.
So it could be a fast turnaround for Whitaker.
I think they're gonna fight in Perth coming up in August. I think when Izzy fights Strickus, he might be the backup.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So you could see Whitaker, Izzy, what is it, 3?
3.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting. What were the other fights? Let's check them out. UFC Fight Night. So we were both wrong on Pavlovich versus Volkov.
Yeah.
We both thought first round KO Pavlovich, and that did not happen. This dude pieced him up, stuck to a game plan, it seems like, and got the dub. So that was cool.
For sure. That whole fight.
Yep. So no points there. Kevin Gastelum versus D-Rod. We both had Kevin Gastelum here. I did have him by decision, and I think you had him by sub.
Yeah.
So I think that I won that point there.
Yep.
You had the Whitaker since you called a KO TKO, and I called unanimous.
Right.
So we're 1-1 at that point. Shara Bullet comes in, does his thing, and I feel bad, man, because we went in there talking about a different guy, Letterback.
Yep.
There's another guy before that, and then this guy flew in on the Friday to fight the next day, all the way to Saudi Arabia. So props to that guy. Hopefully they took care of him. But Shara Bullet did what he had to do, so that's cool. Both got a point on that one. And then here we were wrong once again. I knew I shouldn't have gone for Johnny Walker. I called it too. I was like, this guy gets hit too much. It's so
his chin is iffy.
Yep, so wobbly, so chinny, and
honestly, I like, my gut feeling was Volkan. Like, I was just like, dude, this guy's gonna win. Johnny Walker kind of has a glass chin, you know, we've seen it time and time again. But I was like, you know what? If he sticks with his reach, he does got punched, no, that went all out the door.
yeah. UFC doesn't matter, and this is why this makes it so interesting. Like, you watch so much footage, so many stats, and people's impressions on the fights, and you never know, man. Like, it's anybody can win, but Ozdemir, I had that feeling with him. Like, should I go with him? I always get caught up with the specimen of Johnny Walker,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. I think I'm done for a minute betting on Johnny Walker. Or not betting, but at least predicting him. So, yeah, we tied there. As you know, if there's a tie, the champ keeps the title, retains the title. So, and still, so again, man, that's true until this weekend. No, we'll see. But it's good. A lot of good fights this weekend, so let's get to it, man. UFC 303, we have Pereira versus Prochazka 2. I think these guys fought back in November sometime.
Yeah, it feels like just like a couple months ago, really.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, so quick turnaround. These guys came in to save the card.
Yep.
This was officially going to be McGregor Chandler, and that fell through the table, as did so many other fights in this card.
A lot.
Yeah, so we had originally Jamal Hill against Roundtree,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yep.
And then that got canceled. It was Jamal Hill versus Olberg, which I was excited
That
for
was
because
good.
Olberg trains with Izzy, and then so that was gonna be a good fight. And then that got called off. So we have Olberg Smith. I think Olberg was like, "What's the point in fighting Smith? There's no real benefits here.
No,
I can only lose." So they pulled out, and then now we have Alex Smith versus Dolce.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is jumping up in weight. So, got that one. Got the McGregor fight falling out. And I don't know, man. I think it's still a decent card overall.
I honestly think this is a pretty good card.
Yeah,
Like,
for last minute.
from the prelims to the main card, I mean, there's some guys you gotta watch out for, man. Like obviously the main card are bangers.
Mm-hmm.
The first three are all just whoa.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez. I know we'll get into it, but I mean, that might be fight of the night.
That's gonna be a good fight.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
They're both jiu-jitsu guys, so that's a good one.
This
But I
one,
think, yep,
that's the one I'm excited for, dude. I'm really
Fight of the night.
Yeah,
definitely fight of the night.
I feel
If not the Ortega, this one.
it's gonna be really good. Like honestly, that first one is gonna pop off that main card.
I like that they put like exciting cards to pop off the main cards sometimes. Like they'll put a Chandler there or someone there, so that's cool. I just don't know what they were doing with these guys. I know there's last minute switch ups.
Yeah.
I know she fought for a bell, but I'm hearing a lot about this fight right here being in the main card, or should have been in the main card. So it is what it is, but a lot of good, not well known fighters. I think overall a lot of sleeper fights in the undercard. So let's get into it, man. Let's
Yeah.
talk about our first fight. We'll start from the top as always. So in our first bout, Pereira versus Prochazka. Again, this is the second fight. They fought not too long ago. I want to know exactly when they fought. Fought back in November.
November.
Yep. So you know what happened.
Yep.
The dangerous, the boogeyman of the UFC. It seems like not even that division, because it seems like that dude's just going through every single division.
Yeah.
Might fight in the heavyweight soon. So boogeyman once again coming to look for a finish, I'm thinking, but I don't know, man. I think Jiri came off a long injury in his shoulder,
That's
so
right,
maybe
yeah.
this time around he comes in with a better calf. So maybe this makes out for a way better fight. I know Alex has been on a tear in this light heavyweight ever since losing to Izzy in the middleweight, but he's been on a tear, and props to this guy for taking the fights like last minute. This guy's been. I mean, let's take a look at his fights. How often he's been fighting.
I feel like
So
it's all the time, dude. This guy is always just.
April 2024, November 2023, July 2023.
April.
Yep, April, November. So, yeah, he's been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
So, props to this guy. As much as I did not like him, because obviously I was on the Izzy side of things,
Yes.
this guy's won my respect. Like, I mean, even going back to his kickboxing footage, it's so many knockouts with that left hook. It's hard to hate on this guy, and he's a character too. Like, he's funny online. He likes to be like this like really serious guy, but I don't know, man. Does he fight Izzy again? I'm gonna go for Izzy, but if it's not Izzy, I don't see anybody, especially in this division, the light heavyweight, really knocking this guy out. But you never know, man. This is a game of seconds, milliseconds. One exchange makes a difference. So I don't know. What do you think about this fight? What do you know about these guys?
Man, I mean, watching Pereira versus Izzy, that first fight, I was like, holy crap, we thought Izzy was untouchable. The style, what he brought, the tenacity, you know, like the piecing up of KG and then Whitaker, and then he fights Pereira, and you're like, okay, you know, he's gonna do the same thing. And Pereira's like, nah, I beat you in kickboxing, I'm gonna do it again. So he just starts off and starts piecing them apart. It goes obviously Pereira's way. Izzy comes back, says, I got a game plan. They fight, and it's just like, holy crap, man. And then after that, I was like, man, I feel like they obviously need to fight again.
Yeah.
But Izzy got the belt, and then it's just been kind of going on. Pereira got the belt back, so I'm like, oh shit. Like, now there's a chance for number 3. What we've been waiting for. We want the tiebreaker. And I mean, yeah, like after that loss, they kind of got that respect for me also, because I'm like, man, dude, he's a dog. Like, he just wants to fight, and he wants to go out there and get like good wins.
Yeah.
You know, not just like lay on you. And same thing with Jiri. His style, the whole like samurai, you know, like kind of ninja, like very unorthodox kind of style that he has.
His dad was like a kung fu master.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I was like doing this like little research, and it's super interesting, like his like how he thinks and like the spiritual sense and like getting in with your, you know.
Did you hear what he was saying about Alex Pereira?
No. Oh yes, that he does like rituals.
Yeah, he's like,
fight.
yeah, he's like, y'all know what he's doing. Like, y'all know, like he's being like very low key, secretive, like. Yeah, with this tribal people, they do rituals that help him in his fights, like I guess win clear fights. So
yeah.
He's asking Alex not to bring that and to let it be like a man versus man contest. So I don't know, man. That's interesting.
Yeah, I did see that, and I was like, oh, I mean, I get, you know, some people have their thing, you know, whatever, witchcraft or, you know, whatever. it is what it is, but. And at the end of the day, it's 2 guys going in the cage and just seeing who's the better man, who's the better fighter. And on this one, man, this one was tough for me because I am a Jiri fan. Let's
talk about a little bit more stats before we give our picks. So like, I know Alex is coming off a 3-win winning streak. He's 7-1 in the UFC. This dude's got like a 62% striking accuracy, like 5 punches per minute, so pretty active, and he's already been in 4 title fights in 3 years. 3 years, yeah, which is insane. I don't think anybody's ever done that, so that's crazy. Jiri 4-1 in the UFC. He's only been in the UFC for 4 years. Been in 2 title fights. He has a pretty decent striking accuracy as well with 56, so that's not too far off of Alex's striking. Same thing, 5.75 strikes per minute. So they have like the same output.
Yeah.
So I feel like just like the first one, we see like a firefight on the ground. I'm hoping Jury takes him down and gets him tired. I know Jerry's a Muay Thai national title holder, and Alex is a straight up kickboxer. So both of them fight in the orthodox stance. Alex Pereira, KO power, nasty kicks. We know Jerry's a crazy striker, super unorthodox. You don't know where his punches are coming from. Likes to switch stances. Really good at scrambling off the cage. So yeah, very different fighters here, but we definitely know this is going to be a striking contest.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited to hear what your takes are on this.
Yeah, dude. So on this one, I have Pereira winning by TKO again. I really do. And the only way that he doesn't get this win, I feel like if Jerry uses kind of like that Muay Thai and possibly tries taking him down. I know Pereira, can scramble.
Yeah.
His takedown defense is pretty good. He knows what he's doing, obviously. And man, yeah, Jerry, is able to do that, then he gets the win. But for me, I think that Pereira comes out, tenacity, his whole thing, he's already pumped up before the fight, and he just gets it done. TKO, I don't want to say it's going to be a replica of last fight. Like, I think second round,
Second round? Okay. Which one?
Man.
If you had to knock it down.
I'm going to say third round TKO.
Third round. Okay. We're locking that in. Oh man, you don't make me change. Even though, we got our pick set. It is what it is. I'm also going with Pereira. As much as I like Jerry, I think on his come up, I was really looking forward to this guy holding the belt for a while.
Yes.
You got that belt from Glover, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had to relinquish it due to a shoulder injury for like 9 months.
Yeah.
Came back, lost, but I don't know. I was a fan of his hair, his kung fu martial artist like philosophy. This dude, I think he was like in dark for like 3 days for this fight. Yeah, so he was like training in the dark. I don't think he was eating or anything. So this dude,
All senses, kind of.
yeah, he's like a real mentally strong individual. He does some crazy tactics for his training. A lot of things you really don't see. So I am a big fan of that. Especially that elbow he got Dominic Reyes in. That spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably one of the best knockouts I've seen in the UFC.
So
So I was really on this guy in the beginning. I was like, man, this guy's gonna probably hold the belt for a while. And then you have this guy come up.
Yeah.
This freak of nature, already probably in the UFC Hall of Fame. So if it wasn't Alex Pereira standing in front of him, I think I got Jerry on top of anybody in this division. I think Jerry's super dangerous, packs a lot of power behind his punches, and they come in weird angles.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he takes damage, or he'll take hits
He does.
when he comes in. Yeah, so like he'll say, you know what, I can take a shot to get a shot, and that does not work with this guy Alex Pereira. He can get you with that left, like he's gotten endless amounts of people, and that's it, game over.
Yeah.
You're not fighting someone who punches and you can just kind of like get through it like nothing. So if Jerry relies on that crazy style where he puts himself in danger, I can see it going KO, TKO as well. I just don't know what. I was kind of hesitant on picking the second round because last time it was the second round. I don't see it happening in the first round. I think Jerry's got a little bit more durability than that. in the third round, in the fourth, I can see it happening. I chose the third, so same as you, we have the same exact pick. Some things though that I wanted to talk about, weaknesses for Jiri. He has that white stance. He puts his hands down to like bait the person to punch them. Yep, and that white stance is gonna be really dangerous against those calf kicks from Alex. So, I mean, you know, if you get those calf kicks going, you take away the power, and that's when you start teeing off. Yep. So, Pereira, does he have a gas tank? Does this go to the fourth and fifth? Does he still have the same power behind those punches? I think so. I mean, I think he KO'd Izzy like in the fourth, or third, or somewhere later. Yeah, but he has looked a little tired, like later in the rounds.
He does.
So
you can see it for sure.
Yeah, does Jiri control him? Is he like? Yeah. So that's my only thing. Like, okay, Jiri keeps him down. Alex has scrambled out of takedown, so I can see Alex not being controlled the whole entire time. So that's why I'm saying Pereira doesn't knock him out in the first round, because I think Jiri's got him handled with control time. And then that second round comes along, and then we start to see things happen.
Yeah.
So, man, I kind of want to change it just to be different.
It was tough, this one. Cause like, you know, like we said, we're Jiri fans, and then obviously Pereira, you just, for me, you just can't go against him. He's so good, man. But Jiri can put it on. I mean, like you said, if he takes it down, and I mean, who knows? His weight coming in can be a lot heavier, and does that make a difference where Pereira is not able to get him off as easy, and Jiri's able to do that ground and pound? And, you know, it's oh man, it's so difficult.
Alex Pereira may jump to heavyweight. I'm telling you, they're talking about it. He gets an impressive win here.
If he does, that means he has to fight John Jones.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be crazy.
Jeez. Okay.
Back on this card.
All right, my pick. Final Pereira. We go second round. KO, TKO. We just gotta change it up. We can't have the same thing this time.
Does he do the repeat?
Does he do the repeat? I think lightning strikes twice, maybe.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll stick with that. I don't know how this goes, but this is definitely not going to the distance. No. So somebody's getting knocked out. All right. Our co-main event is Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Brian Ortega, the experienced guy, the Gracie black belt jiu-jitsu player. And we have the new up-and-comer in Diego Lopez. He's a mixed Brazilian-Mexican fighter.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. He's coaching, or at least training with Grasso and that team there, Brandon Moreno, all those guys. So I like who he trains with, and he himself, I've seen him in the corners a lot for the Grasso fights.
Yeah.
So this guy seems like he's got a good IQ, a good head on his shoulders. But man, T-City, Brian Ortega beat Yair Rodriguez and proved me wrong last time. Man, you gotta love Brian Ortega for still having that grit and hopefully working his way up.
Yeah.
What do you know about these guys?
I mean, man, from the get-go, Ortega got my attention when he did the flying triangle. That was some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. That was like Demetrius Johnson doing that flying armbar. It was unheard of. You're just like, how did this dude Spider-Man around his head and then tap him out? You know what I'm saying?
Something out of a movie.
Yeah, it's crazy. And just seeing his grappling. Obviously, it was pretty sad seeing him get demolished by Holloway.
Yeah. It's Holloway though.
Exactly. And he took it. I mean, he went all. I think it was a decision, or it was like a TKO where they obviously they had to stop it, but he didn't get knocked out. I mean, I could say that, but it was
verbal.
It was a pretty bad beatdown. and then watching him progress and come back and win fights, lose fights, you know, this whole stuff with Tracy and all this, you know, the whole backstory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, he had long hair, then he went and shaved it because he's like, I'm starting brand new. That's when he started winning, so it was pretty cool. And then, I mean, man, watching Diego Lopez, it's been crazy. This guy's knockout power, that yeah, so Sadiq, that was the one, right? Yeah, that one was crazy.
Yep.
And I mean, he's just been impressing me the whole time. Like, it hasn't been a slow win. You know, like one of those guys where you're just like, all he's gonna do is be grappling. No, this guy is entertaining the whole time. It doesn't matter who he's fighting, win, loss. You know, he's always excited to fight, or you know, excited to see fight.
Yeah, no, he is. I mean, as of recently, he's like everybody's like baby. Just like, this guy's a new guy coming up. This guy's unstoppable. How could you not go with this guy? I mean, he's got 3 90-second wins in the UFC, which is crazy. So if you're putting money on this, I don't know how you can go wrong there. I mean, you follow the money, right? Win, win, win. But he is fighting T-City, so this is definitely gonna be like the first real challenge for him. So,
yes, for sure.
But like, let's go back to his history. So his first fight in the UFC, he fights Evolov, which is a really good fighter in that division, and he loses unanimous decision. This was a last minute bout. I think he got called up because he didn't make the UFC because he lost a fight. Let me see.
Fury?
Right here. Yep, Contender Series.
Contender Series.
Yep, against Rito. So he lost the technical unanimous and didn't make the UFC. So then he fought at the regional scene at Fury FC, which we need to go watch some Fury fights soon. It's right here in San Antonio, Houston area. So got a loss there. Got a loss in Jiu-Jitsu. And then won in Fury against Glenn through punches. Won again in a Jiu-Jitsu grappling event. And then he loses in a Jiu-Jitsu combat event with an armbar. Wins at the regional scene again with punches. And then begins his UFC career. So it's kind of like up and down when he was coming in. But right now, looks unstoppable.
Yeah, no, for sure. The style, the tenacity he brings, the attack, punching power, it's really impressive. But when it comes to guys and kind of like those barriers you gotta break in order to like break the top 10 or even the top 15, Brian Ortega definitely is one of those guys in that division, for sure. Even when, you know, he has decent punching power, but obviously his grappling, his jiu-jitsu, that's his key, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, the triangle choke versus Pereira, I mean, man, that was impressive. The thing that really sucked was the first fight with the shoulder injury.
Yeah.
That one, it was
unfortunate.
It was getting good, and then, you know, stuff happens.
Yeah.
But
took a 2-year layoff right there.
Yeah.
Got his leg back, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, and it was an exciting fight for sure. Man, did you want to go over any more stats real quick?
No, I mean, both of them jiu-jitsu guys, which is kind of telling me, does that cancel like the jiu-jitsu game? Is this going to be standing? Again, experience against guy that has been proving himself. This is like that last test before fighting like top 5 guys. So super excited, man. Brian Ortega, I know he's patient, settles in his fights. He's not a guy that will go in like a first round like Diego Lopez has, right? Super fast starter. So again, more patience, settles into his fights. Amazing submission artist. I just don't think he can submit another high level jiu-jitsu guy like that. I think that'll just cancel itself out and they'll be on the feet taking care of business. If not, maybe some ground and pound situations going on. The experience is my main thing with Ortega. Like if you go to his fights, he's fought the who's who.
Yeah.
Diego Lopez, you don't really see the who's who on that list of fighters he's fought. So Brian Ortega has fought Yair Rodriguez and won very close fight against Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Almost submitted him.
Yeah.
Win over Korean Zombie. Again, got beat up by Max, but it's Max. He went on a tear before Max wins. Yep. Moicano, guillotine chokes. Yep. So not only guillotine chokes, triangle chokes, but he's also finishing people with knees, punches, ground and pound situations. Yeah. So this dude has amazed me in this last fight. I counted him off, and I regret that. Especially because I know this guy can take a hit. He's durable. He's got a chin. I don't think he gets knocked out in the first round like these other guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how chinny those other guys were, but this guy is not going to take one hit and go down without a fight. Diego Lopez, on the other hand, he took a punch. He can take a punch. I've seen that. World-class jiu-jitsu, great cardio, great grappler. He also has good ground and pound. He's nice on the feet.
Yeah,
Honestly, he's got some nice combos going. Dangerous everywhere, so he's good at mixing it up. Weaknesses: can he keep up the pace in the first round, or past the first round? And can he do the same thing in the second, in the third, against Brian Ortega? I don't think he has much wrestling either. So if you don't have wrestling, then you really can't dictate where the fight goes.
Yeah.
Another reason why I think this stays standing. Yep. He's got bad takedown defense, but stays active when he does get taken down. Almost like will let you take him down just to maybe get something. Yeah, get a sub or something like that. Don't think he will do that against Ortega. X factors. Ortega's got that impressive win. Took down impressive guys. Diego Lopez, 3 straight wins, so you gotta go with that hype, He's got toughness, cardio. Man, this is tough, but I have to go with T-City. I think he gets it done in a unanimous decision. I think both guys are gonna be hard to take out, hard to sub, hard to get a clear finish straight off the bat. So I think it's going to be a war. If the Ian Gary MVP isn't the fight of the night, then I'm banking that this will be the fight of the night. So give me Ortega, unanimous decision. I was going to go sub, but nah, don't think that happens. So unanimous it is. What do you think?
Hell yeah, man. No, I agree. I agree with everything you said. Couple things. Ortega just needs to keep his hands up, not drop them. Keep his hands up the whole time. Watch for leg kicks. Watch for potential takedowns, which it might be there, it might be not. I think Diego Lopez is trying to probably keep it up on the ground. And if Ortega decides to try to take him down, well, like you said, take me down, but I'm still gonna try to go for possible reverse, ground and pound, or try to get out of it, this, that, and the other. For Lopez, stick with the combos. If he sticks with standing up, throw combos. Ortega likes to drop his hands, so he hit him in the body, combo to the head. I feel like that would be the weapon of choice with leg kicks.
Yeah.
That would be the way that Lopez would definitely win versus Ortega. But for me, T-City's been my boy ever since he got to the UFC. I've been backing him ever since then, and I feel like he gets a sub, man. I feel like he tires this dude out because it's been consistent first round.
Yeah.
1 minute 30 seconds where he's been. But I think that Brian puts the pressure, takes him in kind of to the deeper waters, you know, second, third round, tires him out, and then goes for that, you know, that's
Wow. I think it's going to be just a high-level chess game on the ground.
It is.
Like, just transitioning from one sub attempt to the next sub attempt. I don't even know what's going to be going on because I'm not super well versed in jiu-jitsu, but I just know it's going to be cool to watch.
It's going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to watch. A lot of people don't like to watch people on the ground, but if you're a casual viewer, this is the fight to see when people go to the ground.
Yes.
Two high-level jiu-jitsu guys that can end it literally in any second, just like that. So, yep, cool, man. All right, we'll lock that in.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. All right, so let's get to our next bout, which is Anthony Smith versus Roman Dolce. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Got Anthony Smith from the USA, and then we have the Georgian, which is just cool because I think Georgia is in the Euros.
Yep.
I think they've been killing it. They're gonna play against Spain.
Oh.
And I think Tapora's Georgian and Spanish. So yeah, should be interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wonder who he's going for. Better be Spain. The dogs. You can't always, count the dogs out, especially with this Euros.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not a soccer podcast. We'll get back into it. So, got the veteran in Anthony Smith. This guy is a company man, I would say. This guy gets called up for canceled bouts, last minute bouts, and he's there. He's there to get a paycheck, to hopefully get a win. But I can see this guy working with the UFC for a while. So yeah, so let's take a look at his record. So coming off an impressive win, which was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Last month.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Against Vitor Petrino. I did not think Smith was gonna win this bout, but no one did. I feel like. Everyone thought Anthony Smith is washed. He's very, just a lot of wear tear, a lot of KOs under his belt. Like he's been KO'd.
Nasty.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of damage. And a lot of people were like counting him out, especially after that Roundtree KO, which was nasty. Yeah, it was nasty. So got an impressive guillotine choke. I think Petrino came in there a little bit silly. He came in there with his head, and you're doing that against a jiu-jitsu specialist.
Yeah.
He got caught. A lot of people are saying this is a fluke win, but it's a win. So before that, Roundtree KO. He got a win over Ryan Spann through a split decision. Lost against Teixeira in a grappling event. Lost against Johnny Walker in a decision. Got ground and pounded by Ankalaev, which is probably going to be a title holder soon. Went on this 3-win streak against these okay guys, and then fought the who's who down here in John Jones. Got a loss. Went against Gustafsson, which is pretty impressive. This was a nasty fight. I don't know if you remember. Glover was knocking his teeth out. Like Anthony Smith picked up his teeth, gave to the ref to hold, and continued fighting.
Popped out.
Yeah. So Glover beat the brakes out of him, and Rakic won a unanimous decision over Anthony Smith. Now looking at Roman. So we have the last fight, Imavov, which I think he's a pretty good fighter. Last I've seen, not a bad loss. I heard that was a pretty close fight.
Yeah, it was.
Close fight with Vettori, and then went on a 4-win winning streak. Before that, in Jack Hermanson, Phil Hawes, Kyle Dawkins, and Strapoli, which I think the only fighter that stands out is Hermanson. Yeah.
Yep.
Other guys are maybe these okay, decent
Low-key.
guys. Yeah. But he's got round 1, round 2 finishes. He's got some decision wins in there as well, but he is coming off of 2 losses. Alright, so what are your thoughts on these guys?
Man, with Anthony Smith, obviously being older, we've seen him go to the 4th and 5th round. He does get tired though. You can definitely see the wear, like, on his face and like his movements compared to the 1st and 2nd. He has hands to knock you out. He can grapple. We've seen it. He knows his stuff, like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. With guys being that big, they're always dangerous. You just never know what's gonna happen. We've seen Anthony Smith win. We've seen him lose. The last fight that he did have, the guy was 11-0. I feel like that was that one, wall that he had to break in order to get up there.
Get respect.
Exactly. Smith was like, "Nah, you're too young, though. Like, chill. You're still coming up. You still got a ways." And he did good. Roman, though, I mean, coming off the 2 back-to-back losses, I feel like this fight he definitely needs to bring that tenacity and be like, "Hey, I am coming for this wall to break. I need to get through this so I can get up in the ranks and show these guys what I'm about." With this fight, though, I mean, with Anthony Smith, he definitely needs to keep his range, keep the kicks, leg kicks, because we've seen Anthony Smith get destroyed with leg kicks.
Yeah.
And get taken over. Was it the Roundtree fight?
I think so.
I
Possibly.
remember, dude, he was getting demolished with leg kicks.
Yep. It was bad.
Bad. And then definitely for Roman to watch for to keep his takedown defense up, because Anthony Smith can take you down, take you to the ground, the cage, and then like look for trips and stuff like that. Try to get the sub on you. Man, did you want to go over any of those stats before going into the decision?
I mean, Anthony Smith, 37-19. Again, he's got wins over Rashad Evans, Shogun, Ozdemir, Gustafsson. But that's, of course, in the past. Recently, Petrino. I know Roman is a world champion grappler, BJJ black belt. He only has 1 decision win in the UFC, and I know he's moving up in weight for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, from middleweight to light heavyweight, and I mean, this is short notice for both of these guys, so could go either way for me. What pick you got?
Man, dude, honestly, with this one, I got Roman with the TKO.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like with the fights, like the ones that you see here, like the uppercut, ground strikes, the punches, like the decisions and stuff like that. I mean, I want to say decision, but at the same time, I think this guy, his punching power and going against Smith, which has a lot of KOs and TKOs under his belt, that might play a factor, for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going Roman TKO, dude.
What round?
Oh, I'm gonna go third.
Third round?
Yeah, I feel like if he tires him out, if they go the 1st and 2nd, that 3rd round, that's when he would definitely he would have to put it on. You know what I'm saying? That dropping that name, I'm coming out here and getting good wins for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Roman is having to cut a little bit of weight. Well, not really, because I heard that he's actually bigger for the middleweight. So if you're jumping up in weight, then you're not having to cut that much, right?
Pretty sure it was like his natural weight.
Yeah. So he's not having to do this crazy cut. Anthony Smith. I don't know. He might be the bigger guy. But I don't think it matters because maybe he's the bigger guy, but maybe slower. Maybe Roman has a little bit more speed since he does fight in a lower division, so that could play a factor. I know Roman does have that KO power in him. He's finished guys in the past in very gruesome ways, but he's durable as well. He can take a punch. Really good grappling, strong wrestler, so he can control a guy. He can dictate where the fight goes, which is a big advantage to have in the UFC. Honestly, I think wrestling is like the most OP thing to have. Good ground and pound, likes to throw left kicks at different levels. He'll throw them low to the kicks, to the body, to the head, and that's specifically with his left. So I think he fights orthodox, so he'll throw it with some power. That's his power leg. Good clinch work. He'll throw those knees when he has them against the cage, which has knocked people out in the past. He has this crazy calf slicer on this dude. It looks like that John Cena move, you know, when he like trap, where he does a thing. Yeah, he did that on somebody, which was crazy. So that's a pretty cool, impressive win. Anthony though, great striking, really good jiu-jitsu. He has 7 submissions. Had success with the leg kicks, like you were saying. 23 fights in the UFC. Again, his weaknesses is the wear and tear. He's got 10 KO losses. Yeah, so that wears down. He's there to be hit. I feel like his movement isn't there, really. So he's there to be hit. I think he gets caught. Roman tends to chase people when he catches someone, so I think he needs to be careful with that. I think he may pull a Petrino, he might get excited and then get caught with some type of guillotine or some type of sub on the way down. But I don't think that happens with the wrestling control that he has. I think even if he gets him down, I think he'll be able to protect his submissions. So I think he'll be okay in that aspect. Doesn't have the best gas tank. Roman doesn't. He's been training for upcoming fights. He knew he was supposed to fight. So is the gas tank an issue for this fight? I don't think so. I don't even think this goes too long, honestly. I know Anthony, every time he gets a win, it's in the first round, every single time. So if Anthony gets it done, it's in the first round. The gatekeeper of the division. Man. Guess we're gonna go with the same fighter once again. It just shows that we know our stuff, man. We know who's gonna win. You said decision though, right?
No, I said, well,
No, KO, my bad.
TKO 3rd round.
3rd round?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Roman's gonna be hard to submit, and will dictate where the fight goes. So, give me Roman. Give me him for TKO KO. And give me the first round.
Dude, you know what's funny is I was literally about to change it because I said 3rd, right?
Yeah.
And in reality, I meant to say 2nd, but I'm like, I don't want to say 2nd if you pick it.
True.
But you pick 1st. I meant to say 2nd, but
okay.
Obviously I just had to reiterate that I did say 3rd. 2nd.
Okay.
2nd.
You want a 2nd?
Yeah, because I still don't think it's gonna go for round. That's not going to be a decision. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be not a boring fight, but it's definitely going to be one of those where you got to watch out. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I was thinking between the 1st and 2nd round.
Those were
Ooh, if you get this, man, in the second round, I'll be pissed. No, that's good though. I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like with all these last minute things, like there might be just quick knockouts. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting that feeling with this card that there's gonna be fireworks early. That might be my wishful thinking.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though, man. I think Roman has that power. That guy, Anthony Smith, is there to be hit. Maybe he does get tired, gets hit in the second round, gets knocked out then, but I'm just gonna go with the gamble, man. First round. Why not? Let's go for it. If you want to win the belt, you gotta go big. So why not? Why not? Alright, cool. So we're gonna lock those fights in, and then we'll move on. Alright, so for our next bout, we have the ladies fighting. We have Mayra Bueno Silva versus Macy Chiasson. Both of them are exceptional fighters, I think, in their divisions. Mayra Bueno Silva is coming off of a loss, I believe, right?
Versus Pennington.
Yeah, versus Pennington, and I believe that was for the belt.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Yeah, they were fighting because Nunez relinquished.
That's right.
And they were fighting for it.
Yep, so before that championship fight, she fought Holly Holm. That fight got overturned. Apparently she was got caught up with some type of substance. It's not like steroids. I think it was some type of medication for something medical, and it just kind of like she popped for it.
Okay.
So I don't think it was anything too drastic, but she won that fight against Holly Holm.
Wow, that sucks.
But I don't know. Before that, she went on 4-win winning streak against Lena Landsberg with an E-bar, Egger with an armbar, Wu with a unanimous decision. She also participated in a grappling event, won by armbar in the first round, lost against Fiora in the UFC with a decision unanimous. Has an armbar win, has 2 right there with Robertson and Varela, and then a loss with Morales. So, a little bit of a shaky start for her, for sure. Wow, she's got that ninja choke in the Dana White Contender Series.
Wow, that's big time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I'll show you. But, put the video in there now. So, yeah, before that shakiness start, she was looking unstoppable here. Are these the biggest names? I don't know. I don't think so. Started fighting some names and has came up short, unfortunately.
Yeah.
On the other side of this, we have Macy, very lengthy fighter. She's got some length on her. American fighter, she is coming off a win against Penny. I know this was a rematch.
Yeah.
I think they fought back in Tough. I
Yeah,
think.
it was tough.
Yep.
I think, yeah, because I remember seeing her name somewhere up there.
Mm-hmm. And won both times the exact same way. Rear naked choke. Lost against Irene Aldana with an up kick to the liver. But you know how they do those up kicks when you knock someone down?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. It was weird.
Wow.
Yeah. Good fight against Dumont in a split decision. Also lost against Pennington with a guillotine choke. Has a win over Renew, Young, Mazzani, and Moraz in the UFC. And then lost to Landsberg in a unanimous decision. So, not too bad. Looks like she's working her way back up after these 2 losses, but good competition, I would say. So, was I going first on this one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's see some more stats. Mayra Bueno Silva, 10-3, 6-4 in the UFC. Macy's 9-3. Myra's got a lot of submission wins. She's got a KO, TKO win. She's got some decision wins. I know Macy won tough. She's probably going to use her height and length to her advantage. Now we have the Brazilian with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background. That is dangerous. So yeah, I would say this is going to be a pretty close fight, honestly. I think this one could go 50-50.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to decide on this one with Silva's background with, like you said, subs, decisions, KOs. So she can really do it all. Same thing with Macy. She has the potential, to like TKO, tee off on you a little bit. She can sub you. She can take you the distance. She can get the decision win. So it's and their records are basically eye and eye. It's like I think one win off, and it's 9-3, 10-3 with the 1-0 contest. So it's right there. I mean, it's very even.
That's true.
Yeah, this one was pretty hard for me. I had to definitely sit down and really think on who I was gonna choose on this one.
Okay, it's time. All right, so Pereira, Buena Silva, powerful. I know she can finish people. She's got a little bit of a better resume on her, I would say. She's a real reactive submission artist. Like if something is presented to her, she'll attack it right away. Like a knee bar, arm bar, ninja choke. I think she's pretty sneaky with submissions. I think she can pull a submission here in this fight. I think Mason is really lengthy, and leverage is definitely a thing when it comes to jiu-jitsu. So I think she may be able to use those lengthy limbs against Macy and sneak in some type of arm bar. I did want to show a video real quick of her getting out of an armbar, but I just think that Mayra's such a better jiu-jitsu artist than when Macy first got caught with an armbar. I think I want to show you this video because I feel like Mayra can actually finish the armbar, unlike Penny. So let's see. Son versus. I think it was like in the second round or something. So she gets caught somewhere in the fight. Let me see.
Oh yeah, that's the girl that's missing a tooth. Yeah, I remember her.
Okay, here it is. Gets caught up. I can see this happening. Mayra sneaks a sneaky submission like this. Well, she already has like 3 arm bars under her belt. But I just don't think this girl had the technique to finish it. Like, that should be done.
Yeah.
Like, if you have an arm bar, it's done. Gets the counter, and then gets guillotine choked.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
I don't think that happens for Mayra. So, yeah, I mean, that's my little example there of what could happen, or what will or maybe happen. But I know Macy, if she used her jab, because she has that height advantage, if she used that jab, I feel like she would be really dangerous. She just doesn't. She throws looping hits.
Yeah.
She recently started grappling people and added that into her repertoire. Putting people against the fence, clenching with them, and she'll take people down. So that's a new skill set. Do you want to take down Mayra Buena Silva to the ground? If I had that jab, that reach, I'd keep this on standing. I would not go to the ground. But Macy has, again, implemented that into her new fighting IQ. So I feel like she will try to tire out Mayra. against the cage, because Meira has been put against the cage by, I think, Pennington and a couple other fighters, and that tired her out. I think one of the weaknesses for Meira might be the cardio issues. And Macy, if she sticks to a game plan here and is like, you know what, I'm gonna get this girl against the fence, I'm gonna tire her out 1-2 rounds and then get the win in there, or maybe a unanimous decision win, I can see that happening. I don't know, man. Like, my gut is telling me lengthy limbs, and I just see a sneaky sub happening in this fight. Macy did get subbed by Pennington, and I wanted to show you that as well, because it was kind of fast. Like, I don't know, this girl got subbed a little too quick for me here.
Yeah, she likes this as well. This is not good. No.
Yeah.
So, she's tapped.
Yeah.
So, she was beating Aldana that whole fight. I think Aldana hit her lucky with that liver kick and went down. Macy, I've seen a lot of people like really going for her just because they don't like Meira and her cardio and that overturned fight. Man, this is a tough one because I just feel like this can go either way.
Yeah, it's really a flip of a coin.
Macy did really good against Dumont. I know I keep saying that, but Dumont's a really like impressive fighter.
Yeah.
So that's the only fight that makes me want to choose Macy. Macy has scored takedowns in her last 5 fights with girls who have better takedown defense than Buena Silva in her last 5 fights.
Yeah.
So I think when this goes on the ground, I don't think there's a question about it. This goes on the ground, Macy may look like she has control of the fight, maybe tires her out, but I think Meira's just going to sneak in there, get that sub. Give me Meira's 2nd round submission, and I'm going to lock that in.
Okay. Nice, man. Man, Silva coming off the loss to Pennington. Obviously, both of them lost to Pennington. You know, Macy coming off a submission win, fast-paced, lanky. I do feel like if Macy, in her game plan, uses her reach advantage, like length, throws in some kicks in there, some leg kicks, some body kicks, you know, I feel like Macy takes it, honestly. You know, she is a lankier fighter. She does like putting people against the cage. I mean, Silva's dangerous too. You can't count her out. But I feel like if Macy, like I said, uses her reach advantage, uses some kicks to wear her down a little bit, and then try to proceed to possibly taking her down or taking her to the fence, trying to take her down, possibly get her back, get a submission in there somewhere. So yeah, I'm going Macy sub 2nd round, dude.
Macy sub 2nd round.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
Yep.
I think this might be the deciding fight right here.
I really
yeah,
think
this might be the one. Okay, cool. All right, let's get to our last fight.
Yeah.
And you're going first for this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's break it down. All right, so our next bout is a banger. I'm excited for this fight. I know this is going to be the fight of the night.
Yeah.
We have the next upcoming Conor McGregor and Ian Machado Gary, and we have the next Anderson Silva. I don't know.
Anderson, Izzy, kind of, you know, implement on
John
the
Jones with that crazy spinning elbow.
Yeah.
This guy is a fun guy to watch. Ian obviously is a fun guy to watch as well. He talks in the cage, outside of the cage is a presence. A lot of people do not like Ian Gary.
A lot, dude.
But man, I don't care about all that. I mean, you know, I like storylines and all that, but I like to try to focus on like what the fighter actually does in the cage. And I think Ian Gary is an exceptional fighter. So is MVP. So I think this is gonna be a banger. What you know about these guys?
Man, Ian Gary, recently just started watching him. Crazy knockout power. Really, nothing goes past the first round with this dude. It's pretty rare that it does. I mean, like you said, exciting, super exciting to fight. I love his style, the grittiness, the talking, everything. MVP. Been watching this dude since Bellator. It's definitely taken some time for him to get over to the UFC. Like his bouncy kind of karate style that he has, that he brings with him. Super lanky. Uses that to his advantage to kind of pop you like Izzy does. Really is not one to knock you out. It's one to like, you know, kind of tenderize you, and then later on he gets it done.
Yeah.
With all that. Man, these guys are just excited to fight. I mean, watch fight. You know, one has incredible knockout power. The other one can piece you up and take you 3 rounds. And possibly get the decision. You know, it's up in the air with these. I mean, I have my picks, so we're just gonna kind of get into the statistics of the things right here. But I'll let Alex take over.
All right, so it's got 7 wins in the UFC and then 7 wins in Cage Warriors. Most of his wins, well, I would say it's 50-50, right? We have KO, TKO wins and decision wins. I think it's all over the place. They're mixed in with the first round, second round, third round, and 5 unanimous decisions. Don't think this guy gets a sub.
No.
If you want to pick sub, we can do that. But he's been on a tear.
Yes.
So he's really impressed me. 7 wins straight in the UFC. Beats Jeff Neal in a split. Beats Neil Magny in a unanimous. Nasty head kick against D-Rod. We just watched fight last weekend.
Yes.
Wins against Song in the 3rd round. Back-to-back unanimous decision wins against Gabe Green and Darian Weeks. Counter right win against Jordan Williams. Decision win against Jack Grant. Okay, now we're going into Cage Warriors. So, I see a lot of W's in here. Let's check out MVP. So, it's got a lot of KOs and TKOs under his belt. 10 in the first round, and we have 2 in the second round. We have 3 subs in the first round, 1 sub in the second, 4 unanimous decisions, and 2 split majority decisions. So this guy is mainly a Bellator guy. He's got 17 wins and 2 losses in that promotion. One thing is, Bellator isn't in that UFC level. They are maybe 2nd place now. I think they own PFL, right? Or PFL owns Bellator. Not too sure which way it is. So finally, at the age of like 36, 37, finally gets into the UFC. Fights Kevin Holland back in March.
Yeah.
Gets a win. Has a win in March as well, 2023 in Bellator. This I was kind of tripped out on. Has a loss against Mike Perry in BKFC.
Yeah, bare knuckle, dude.
It's different, man. Like, how much can you even kick?
No, it's just boxing.
So you're limited to MVP's game there for sure. Has a loss against Storley, and impressive wins in here against a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Derek Brunson, Lima.
Douglas Lima's definitely a good one.
he's a known guy,
Yeah.
which he actually got his leg back because
Yeah,
lost right here.
Yeah, exactly. Because I saw that one where he lost.
Saw it live.
Yeah. The up kick or the upper cut with the kick, it was bad. Because he was using that little bounciness and he said nope.
He
But
got him. Yep. And I mean, he was able to get that win back in a split decision, but he looked human here.
Yeah.
After that, though, went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winning streak. So, man, both of these guys are really good. This is really exciting.
Yes.
If you want to have a family member, somebody like UFC, they've never seen UFC, invite them to this fight because this guy puts on a show. He's a showman. He'll do his little weird mannerisms to throw the opponent off in the fight. Every time he wins a fight, he has some weird highlight Pokemon video or something to
like
throw.
A Pokeball. With
Yeah.
like, you know,
It's
it's always funny. It's always exciting.
Yeah, so he knows what he's doing. He plays a character
Exactly.
and backs it up with his fighting style. So yeah, man, that's really what I got. Let's talk about their individual stats. So I know Ian's got a 75% takedown accuracy. So really good at taking people down. 55% striking accuracy. 14-0, 7-0 in the UFC. MVP's got a 66% striking defense. I'm sorry, takedown defense. So not too bad. 69 striking accuracy, so it's pretty accurate. 22-2, 1-0 in the UFC, 17-2 in the Bellator promotion. And he's got the reach advantage in this fight. So yeah, is it me or you? I think the last one was me.
I think it's me.
All right, cool. Give us your pick.
Damn. So for this one, man, this one was tough. I've been an MVP fan for a while. You know, when he got rocked by Lima, that's kind of when I started, watching him. I watched a little bit before that, but I've been waiting for this guy to get into the UFC, and he had an impressive win versus Kevin Holland. But Ian Gary definitely really impressed me. Actually, you're the one that told me about him. You were the one that put his name up in there, and you're just like, you gotta watch this guy. Like, he's like the new McGregor. Like, you were putting that, and I was like, I don't know, let's see. And then just, good wins, impressive wins, and exciting to see fights. So with this one, I'm going with Ian Gary, TKO. Man, I'm gonna go with second round. I was pretty iffy on first and second round, but I feel like the bounciness of MVP, kind of like a chess match, is gonna be in the first round. They're gonna see how each other kind of fights. The tester, test around second round. I think Ian puts it on, puts a little bit of pressure on MVP, gets him off his game a little bit with that pressure because he's used to kind of getting that counter. And I feel like his punching power is just, it's gonna do a big wear on him. Another thing, if Ian implements, I always say it, leg kicks, it's gonna take away that bounciness off that karate style. That lead leg is, that's what really puts the oomph in MVP's punches.
That's true.
So, but end to end, Ian Gary, TKO, KO, second round.
Man, I really thought you were gonna pick MVP on this one. I'm not gonna lie. You got me for a spin here. All right. This guy reminds me of Wonder Boy so much, right?
Does.
The karate stance, bouncy. You're right, man.
Keeps the hands low.
Yeah. I was so back and forth in this one.
It was hard.
I was back and forth. I had MVP for sure. He's got it.
Yeah.
He's gonna knock him out. He's gonna make this guy look like a human, and he's gonna stop that hype train in Ian Machado. This guy's more experienced. He has the craziest knockouts ever. And if anyone's gonna knock out Ian Gary, it's gonna be this guy. You know, I mean, Ian Gary hasn't really faced
No one like him.
no one like the competitive level of this guy. So I could say the same thing for Ian. I mean, I think both of these guys are really gonna show each other's styles out here and see and display who actually deserves to fight for a belt. Because I think the winner of this is maybe 1 or 2 fights away
I feel
for
like
winning the belt or for fighting for that belt. Because I mean, we have Shaka in there, we have Della Magdalena, which are probably gonna fight each other.
yeah.
Winner of that maybe fights the winner of this, or the winner of this fights a Kamaru Usman that's just chilling, and then whoever wins an impressive win from those 2 fights fights for your Leon Edwards belt. Yep, which is gonna be fought for soon against Bilal Muhammad. I think Leon keeps it, retains it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Would love to see MVP versus
Leon
Edwards. I mean, that would be big for London fans,
It would.
honestly. Yeah, that would for that.
I feel like that would definitely be a UFC London.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fan in me wants these things to happen, and then I'm like, okay, what's really gonna happen? And there's some guys like T City where I'm like, I don't care, man. I'm gonna go for this guy, even though I went against him with Yuri. I think T City has just got me now. I think he's just won me over, and I think he can get it done. So with this one, again, it went peg and forth. I think Ian's the favorite, MVP's the dog, and it makes sense, you know. MVP, kickboxer, 12 championships, great unorthodox striking. He doesn't really strike like non-stop. Like, he picks his shots. He'll come in 1, 2 shots, 3 shots, come back. And he's like at such a distance away from the opponent that nobody can really do anything against this guy. Apparently he welcomes calf kicks as well. Like, he's like, that makes you predictable. You know? Go for my calf. Go for it. Everyone's tried that. In my career, everyone has tried kicking my calf. So go ahead. I'm already expecting that. And so I can see, you know, like an overhand right.
Yeah, because you're throwing a kick and then he slips in a punch or possibly a kick himself. He's like, boom.
Yep. But the one fight, man, I was on MVP and I see that Douglas Lima fight. And I'm like, I can see that happening.
It happens.
He calf kicks him and then knocks him out with the following shot.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening. I think MVP does well against guys who just sit, you know, and he can pick them apart from the outside.
Exactly.
Ian is very patient. He's very good at picking his shots as well. I think the only time that he's gotten caught is against Song. And he admitted it between the rounds. He was like, I got a little bit too like hesitant or a little bit too anxious into getting in there. Made one mistake and got too anxious and wasn't patient, got caught. After he got caught, I thought he was done. It looked like he was laid out. He continued fighting, and that's one of the main reasons that I'm like, you know what? Okay, this guy showed us something. Unlike maybe like a Diego Lopez who impressive 3 fights back to back in the first round, but he hasn't gotten caught. Ian has gotten caught, he's gotten back up and won that fight. So maybe Ian does get caught with a couple nice, crazy, unorthodox hits from MVP, but I just think that these guys are going to be really calculated. They're not going to, like, Ian likes to invite his prey to him. I don't know. This might be a game of like who outpatience who. Maybe MVP does something that frustrates Ian and makes a mistake. I just don't think Ian is stupid enough to make a mistake like that. I think he's gonna pick his fight where he wants it. Maybe he puts this guy up against the cage and wears him down in that first round, and then after that, loops, like uses his footwork, and doesn't really get like a clear target for MVP to finish. Yeah, he takes a couple hits here and there, but man, I think Ian's got this. I think Ian's got this in a unanimous decision.
Ooh, nice.
I wasn't gonna go maybe like TKO, KO, something like that, but I think MVP can take a hit. I think he went against Kevin Holland to the decisions.
Yeah.
And he didn't knock out Kevin Holland. So I think he probably can't knock down Ian Gary if Ian Gary's careful. So if this goes to decision, I think Ian Gary wins with leg kicks, clinch work, the jab.
For sure.
And maybe even catches this guy with something. Who knows?
Him down.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. So this was tough, man. Again, but give me Ian Gary, unanimous decision.
Yes, sir.
All right, there it is.
Yeah, 303, baby.
303 picks locked in. May the best man win. Good luck, sir. All right, podcast coming out. When is this? July 27th, exactly a month from today. Trying to put this out on that Monday that week, so maybe like July 20th, 3 weeks from now. So yeah, I'm super excited for this fight.
Yeah.
Please, everything stay the same. No injuries, no last minute stuff, because this pay-per-view event is just fireworks. I mean, you have Leon Edwards versus Bilal for the welterweight championship. We have the co-main for the heavyweight interim championship. Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. That's gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
Bobby Green, the King, versus the Baddie. Yep. That's gonna be fire. This is in Manchester United, right? Or the Kingdom, Manchester United Kingdom.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Top 4 fights
Yeah.
are absolute bangers. I'm excited for that.
For sure.
Yep. And I think after this, really good fight night.
Oh,
Sanhagen,
nice.
Nurmagomedov, Vicente Lucas, Nick Diaz.
Pereira, Figueroa, Dern, Benitez, Ferguson, Chiesa.
Yep. So that's gonna be like a back-to-back pot right there. That's the very next weekend.
Crazy. That's a fight night. Like,
Yep.
You would never imagine.
I know. That may be better than this
Yeah.
pay-per-view
I know.
event. So yeah, I'm excited for the future. I think we broke it down pretty well here. So that's it, man. That's all we got. Y'all stay tuned till next time. Check us out on different platforms. We want to put things out on TikTok, Instagram,
YouTube short clips.
everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Spotify, Apple. So we first started off on YouTube, but we're trying to get this thing out there to more people. So yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Yes,
that was the No Coaster podcast. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe,
Like, share, let us know what y'all think. Love the views. Peace.
Yeah, who do you guys got? Do you agree with Chachi's picks? Do you agree with my picks? Obviously, he's the champion. So we'll see how this weekend goes, man. We'll see. I'm coming for that belt.
I already got the ruby on that.
All right, man. Good stuff.
Oh yeah.